challenge the problem, the fear, which is the fear, the negativity. Why? What are you doing here? What's going on? All right, good. So, you've been let down. I get it. We hear this all the time. That's why that's why Paul and he did, by the way, bring in the discovery. The day he realized that other people's inadequacies and other healthcare professionals' inability to fucking fix problems was getting in the way of my profit, that's why I introduced a discovery visit. Because that's the truth. All of these people have gone before you. And even if they haven't had treatment off them, it's still the friend. Don't think for one second that the coffee shop conversation isn't, I'm thinking about going to see a physio. Oh, why do you want to go and see them? What, you're going to pay for it? Oh, I went to see one like 13 years ago and it was, I had one session, it wasn't very good, so I walked out. Well, how have you been since? Oh, I've been crippled with back pain ever since. But I listened to his fucking advice. That's what's going on to 8 out of 10 of them. So your antidote to that is, I hear this all the time. I'm actually getting pissed at the fact that so many people are suffering with sciatica in Gisborne. There are so many, how old are you? 46. There are so many 46-year-olds in Gisborne today with sciatica. Really? Yeah. So people with sciatica come here? Yes. All right, well, I better come here then, better not? Yep. How many bridges can you build? Kids are unbelievable at it. Harry did this to me last night, it was amazing. Read him about 6 million stories, which I always do as I go to bed, right? And I walked out, I fight with him every night because I've got to go out, right? And he said, I want one more story. I was like, no. So I walked out, closed his door, and he shouts, I want you to snuggle with me. I'm like, oh, fuck, he always gets me with that one, right? So it's like, I go back into the bed, and I started to snuggle with him, right? And I go, come on, close your eyes. Close his eyes for about 3 seconds. And he goes, Dad, can I tell you about my day? And I'm like, oh God, here we go. And it's like, how do you say no? So he starts to tell me all about his day. Before I know it, he's up and out of the bed, and he starts to get a toy, right? Now he's got a toy in his hand, and he's shoving it in my face, right? And he's got another toy, right? So now I've been back with him for about 5 or 6 minutes, and he snuggles back up next to me and he goes, Dad, will you tell me a story with your voice? And before I know it, I'm starting to tell him a story. 15 seconds later, I'm like, this kid has had me over. And then I walked away and I started to analyze what he did, right? Like, he was going to lose me. He was going to lose me with a story. So what did he do? Change the offer. Change the offer. All right, Dad's not going to read me a story. Dad'll snuggle with me. Get in the bed. So I get in the bed. Dad closes his eyes. Harry closes his eyes. 5-10 seconds later, Harry opens his eyes. Dad, can I tell you about my day? Yes. What does he do? That gets me engaged with him. Tell me more. Of course I want to know about my 3-year-old day, which Dad doesn't. How do you say no to that? You can't. Then he gets the toy and he starts to play with the toy. Before I know it, he's back down by the bed and saying, Dad, will you tell me a story about this toy? Within 3 minutes, I'm telling him a story about the toy. That's in a heartbeat what is going on. And that is how we're conditioned from kids. He changed the bloody offer. He changed the request. My excuse of it's bedtime, right? So when I walked out at 9:20 of his room, it was bedtime and you need to go to sleep. What changed within 3 seconds for me to get back in the bed and listen to a story with him? It was still bedtime. I still had my initial, I've got no money. I still had the initial, I haven't got 100 quid. But all of a sudden, they find the 100 quid. It was still bedtime for Harry, and I still had to go, and I still wanted to go downstairs. He changed the offer, he changed the meaning. I got back into the bed with him, and there was still bedtime, but before we knew it, we were speaking to another story. How? He changed the way he spoke to me. They're clever as hell. Unfortunately, adults, with thick as shit. Kids ruled the world. It would be unbelievable. They'd all get what they want. Everybody would get what they want. So it's the same with you. If they're telling you about the price, it's one of two things. We can leave you for a month and call you back, and if it's no better, come back in. You pass that over to Vicky, and/or you go, we have an option for you to drop down to massage and start with half-price sessions, but only get massage. Give them something to think about. Which one do you want? Don't fight with them. Don't drop the price of the physio session. They've been given the discovery. That's our hand to go. If somebody then starts to go, well, I want you not, get the hell out. You took the piss.
Thanks for watching this video. And if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.